Hi, I'm Chris.
And I'm Cassie. And this is Applied Project Management, Time, Practical Planning, and Risk, Part 1.
Perhaps more than anything else, being time aware and mastering these three skill areas can have a dramatic effect or impact on your life and studies at university.
Indeed, it has been argued that success at university represents much more than intelligence and actually informs potential employers of a person's ability to effectively manage time, multitask, and organize resources.
So let's start by asking what exactly is time and how can we effectively manage it?
Culturally, there are a number of ways to consider time. We often think or contextualize in terms of the past, the present, and the future. Think about your past, your present, and your future. How will your past experiences shape your present and future?
We often cite time in our daily exchanges. How often have you stated, if only I had more time? Or I don't have time? And how many of us have claimed, perhaps at the end of an exam, I ran out of time? But what exactly is time?
Time is both logical and abstract in nature. We cannot see, carry, or store time, but we can spend and quantify it. Around the world, time is perceived in many different ways.
In Mexico, for example, time spent with family is time spent well. In China, time has a value. The longer spent on a task, the better. In Western Europe and American culture, efficacy and speed are considered advantageous, and a popular phrase claims time is money.
Knowing your strengths and weaknesses and identifying goals, motivations, and values will help you to manage time effectively. In relation to education, we can and should consider time from three perspectives: short, medium, and long term.
Short-term plans might include day-to-day or weekly activities. Medium-term involves monthly plans or perhaps quarterly plans. In other words, 3-month blocks.
Longer term plans span anything from 6 months to a year. It is also possible to make even longer term plans, but the further into the future we project, the more control mechanisms we need to employ and contingencies we need to factor.
Certainly, it is usually helpful to break up a large-scale project to create a number of interdependent or linked smaller, short and medium-term plans. The advantages of this strategy are many, and aside from feeling less overwhelming, progress and performance can be effectively monitored and confidence built.
What do we mean when we use the term project management? How does it differ from simply management? And how can project management help us to study smart?
A project can be defined as any endeavour that has a fixed or finite timescale, often a definable budget, and ultimately leads to a final result or product. In business terms, that final result might be a building or a road, and in education, we could say the end result will be the completion of your programme of study.
Project management differs from management in that the latter is an ongoing process. Project planning and time management are closely linked.
There are a number of plan types, but for education contexts, we could consider the following two options. The first is a total or complete project plan.
A total project plan covers the whole project. It is an overview. It identifies a start and end point. It might include key stages, known as project markers or milestones, to help manage progress. A good project plan is flexible in its design and allows for last-minute, unforeseen, or unexpected delays and problems.
The second is a sub-stage plan.
We mentioned earlier how a larger, long-term project might be effectively managed by breaking up a series of interdependent, medium, and small-scale, shorter-term sub-projects or stages. Sub-stage plans help us to manage these component stages within a plan.
There are a number of devices and tools that can be used to help control, manage, and monitor your projects. These range from simple but effective everyday items such as diaries and smart technologies, such as smartphones and tablets, to flowcharts and sophisticated dedicated software such as Prince2 and Microsoft Project.
Created in Microsoft Project, a Gantt chart offers a visual means to map out the numerous parts of a project and helps identify deadlines or milestones. For example, the proposed duration of a task, and if any works can be undertaken in tandem or in combination.
A Gantt chart is a helpful device, but as in all aspects of business and study, it is important to select the appropriate or right tool for the task. It does not do to overcomplicate plans.
We should aim to establish helpful study habits. It can be helpful to consider your studies as a project, and from there employ ideas and strategies associated with project management.